Time at the first debate, we had millions of people fact-checking, so I expect we'll have millions more fact-checking because, you know, it's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Yeah, because you'd be in jail.
Secretary Clinton.
After getting the subpoena, you delete 33,000 emails, and then you acid wash them, or bleach them, as you would say, a very expensive process. So we're going to get a special prosecutor, and we're going to look into it, because you know what? People have been, their lives have been destroyed for doing 1/5 of what you've done, and it's a disgrace. And honestly, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Secretary Clinton, I want to follow up on that. I'm going to let you talk about email.
Because everything he just said is absolutely false, but I'm not surprised. Really? In the first debate,
the audience needs to calm down here.
I told people that it would be impossible to be fact-checking Donald all the time.
All program long, we've been showing you clips over the last 3-4 decades of presidential debates. Can we see that one more time? Just show it one more time, please, just for me.
Last time at the first debate, we had millions of people fact-checking, so I expect we'll have millions more fact-checking because, you know, it's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Yeah, because you'd be in jail.
Secretary Clinton.
Cursor to what we are going to witness tonight in just a few moments. You better tune in, grab the popcorn, and settle in. It's going to be Battle Royale. All right, it is time to get real. More hypocrisy from the left, this time coming from California Senator and lifer politician Diane Feinstein. Now, the pics that you're about to see were taken last Friday at a private terminal at the Dulles International Airport in D.C. In the pics, you can clearly see the senator is not wearing a mask. However, you see the pilot and a man from her security detail clearly wearing their masks. That's really puzzling to me, and it should be to you too, because it was Feinstein who just back in late June wrote this letter to the FAA, you know, the Federal Aviation Administration, urging them to implement a mandatory mask policy for all airports to include all employees, and yes, it says it right there in her letter, all passengers. So, to Diane, guess you forgot about this letter. Maybe you left your mask at home. Maybe it was being washed. Or how about maybe you know something we all don't know. Now let's get the facts here. You're 87 years old. That means you are in the most vulnerable category to die from the coronavirus if you catch it. So why on earth wouldn't you have all of people, just like you, of course, anyone of that age, wearing a mask in public 24/7, right? That's what we're told. So I want to think about this for a moment, folks, and let's dig a little deeper, because this Get Real segment isn't about wearing or not wearing your mask. Nope. It's about getting real with all the American people and our God-given right being stripped away from us right in front of us. I'm talking about voting, right? How do masks relate to voting? Simple. For months and months now, the Democrats and the left-wing mainstream media have been telling all of us it's way too dangerous for us to vote in person and that we need to mail in our ballots. While time and time again, we catch them with their masks off, from Pelosi to Fauci and now Feinstein. The list goes on and on. You've seen the pics. And when Republicans and our president claim that these new mass mail-out ballots can be compromised and that voter fraud does in fact exist, what do you hear from the left in the media? No, it doesn't. It's as safe as can be. The president and Republicans are just fear-mongering to try and curb the vote their way. Really? Get real. Just this week, we've already reported on 3 different cases of voter fraud in Minnesota, proof of ballot harvesting in Pennsylvania, ballots found in a dumpster over to Wisconsin, ballots tossed out in a ditch. So, dear Democrats, CNN, MSNBC, and the rest of all you lamestream bias media, stop lying to the American people. Voter fraud does exist. It is happening. And this whole saying that we can't vote in person because of COVID-19 is total BS. That's right. The left is conditioning you to believe that you must vote from your home to stay safe, and then in the same breath deny that any voting irregularities are even happening when the proof is right in front of us. You know, I actually agree with Joe Biden on something. This election is a fight for the soul of our nation. It is a fight for good versus evil. It is a fight for true democracy. My fellow Americans, guess what? You better roll your sleeves up, dig in, and get ready to fight for the America that you want to leave to your kids. So let's all get real. Let's get out and vote and demand that we do it in person so that we can guarantee that this election is fair and just. Because to me, the greatest threat to our country's democracy right now at this moment is a corrupt election, and it's already happening right in front of our eyes. Don't let it happen, folks. All right, that's going to do it for our show tonight. We thank you so much for tuning in to Real America here on One America News. If you'd like to reach out to the show with any comments, be a guest, or nominate someone for our Patriot Report, log on to OANN.com. Check us out on social media as well. Facebook there, you can find Real America, OAN. Hope you catch us tomorrow night, same time, 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern, our brand new time. Of course, the first presidential debate is up next, and we'll have special coverage right after. Be sure to stick around for that. Until then, though, be proud, be safe, and God bless.